Dr. Vikki Petersen here. I wanted to speak with you today a little bit about your teeth and how you can prevent injury to not only your bones in general, of course your teeth are bones, as well as if you're gluten sensitive, some precautions you can take when you go to the dentist. So let's start with fluoride, which is not only in our water in most states as well as in most of our toothpaste. And we were led to believe that fluoride was very beneficial, especially for children, because it prevented cavities from occurring. Personally, that never made sense to me. I was cautious about it because fluoride is a known toxin. It's also detrimental to bones. That's been known since the 1930s, that the turnover of bones, so bone is a very living substance, and we sometimes think about our bones as like the walls in the room and they're just holding us up. But in fact, old bone is being removed, new bone is being deposited on a very regular basis in our bodies, and so it's a very living organism and replacing itself to maintain its health. And what fluoride does is it actually slows down and worsens that process such that bones are more brittle, so we're having less healthy bone. Now, currently in the U.S., it's estimated that 32% of our children have gotten over fluoridated, called fluorosis, and you can see that in children who have white specks on their teeth. Sometimes what it does to the teeth is actually discolors them. They can turn yellow, kind of an orangey color, or even brown, which is of course not very aesthetic, let alone what it means what's happening deeper in the body to the bone. So I do want to caution you on drinking water with fluoride in it. Perhaps I think bottled water is a better choice anyway, and not necessarily using toothpaste with fluoride in it. Fluoride is also known to lower IQ in children. It affects the thyroid gland. So there's a lot of negatives here about fluoride that I really wanted to caution you against with your children as well as with yourself. And on a slightly different note, but still around the area of teeth, I recently went to the dentist for my 6-month teeth cleaning, and my dentist knows that I'm gluten intolerant, and years ago they're more holistic in nature like we are, and my hygienist was very alert and let me know that the tooth cleaning polish, or the sort of toothpaste that they use to polish your teeth after a cleaning, actually does contain gluten in it. And so I'm sure the awareness of this is not nearly as high as it should be. And if you consider that when you're exposed to gluten, it's in your system and creating effects for up to 3 months, if you're getting your teeth cleaned every 6 months, twice a year, then half the year you could be getting affected just by that gluten that you got while getting your teeth polished. So fortunately, they do make a gluten-free tooth polish, and you should let your dentist know. Make sure they get that in for you, special. Most of us only go twice a year, which is not that much, so give them some warning. Make sure they can get it for you. It works, of course, just the same way. It just does not have any gluten in it. So this is very important because a little bit of gluten is all it takes to really upset the balance in our health. And honestly, my dentist was extremely astute and let me know. I wouldn't have even thought to ask if their polish had gluten in it, but fortunately they were aware and let me know. So I hope that's a helpful hint for you, and the fluoride issue is slightly different but equally important because it's a toxin we just don't need, and now we're seeing the negative effects of it. So I hope this was helpful for you, and until next time, I wish you very good health.